Hey, what's up, Action Figure Minute fans? It's I, Justin, the Action Figure Minute. Today is Saturday, February 22nd, and it's time to do another haul video. Now, before I get into the haul video, just want to do a couple quick reminders. Ending, I believe it's on Sunday, the Cosmic Legions character bundles and packs and head packs and all those things over at Store Horsemen. That ends on Sunday, so go check that out. I'll try and do a little dealie up here so you can see the card. Go check out my previous video if you haven't seen it yet. And then also, the Ramen Toys Musk pre-order is still going on. It's the early bird pre-order. Now, it was originally scheduled to go until the end of the month for the early bird pricing where you get the $50 discount. But I believe I heard today on Mad Hatter's stream with Ace that he did when they were talking about the Musk. It sounds like Ace might be pushing back that early pre-order deadline until after this week's, next weekend's New York Toy Fair. So it sounds like you might get a little bit more time to check out these videos, check out my video, do another card, and see if it's something that you're interested in. I think if you have the space for something like that with the savings, it's a fantastic piece. I highly recommend you checking it out. And if doing a diorama for your Turtles, or maybe a sewer scene for your G.I. Joe Classified or your Marvel Legends, it's definitely worth checking out, and a good price point from everything I see compared to other dioramas from other companies. So without further ado, let's get into the hauls. As we typically do when I get something from the company, we usually start with Entertainment Earth. And I did get something from Entertainment Earth, several things. And as a reminder, you can use code AFM and get yourself 10% off all in-stock items over at Entertainment Earth. So let's get on into it. First up, we got the Star Wars Vintage Collection Jedi Survivor Jetpack Trooper. And a cool design. I haven't played the video game. I wish as an adult I had the time to play that game, but I really do like the design of yet another cool Stormtrooper. So happy to pick him up. Releases for the Vintage Collection are kind of few and far between nowadays. There's so many Star Wars movies and properties that they should be making action figures for. I did my top 25 that I hope to see released in 2025, and we'll see if we can get another card up here so you can link to that video if you want to check that out. A lot of Star Wars figures that could be made. Next up, we got from the Acolyte show, Jedi Master Indara. And I think this is a great look at the character. Sad that she didn't last that long. Sorry for the spoiler. She wasn't in the show all that long. But another cool Jedi. Happy to add to the collection of all the other Jedis I have. Now, this was one I was excited to see. This last wave of Indiana Jones Adventures series, he's kind of going for a bit of a hefty price tag on the secondary market. Of course, this is Henry Jones Sr., Dr. Jones... Senior Dr. Jones, and he comes with some cool things. He, of course, has the build the artifact pieces. He's got his umbrella, so he can take down an entire, fighter jet with an umbrella and some birds and his diary and a briefcase. So, yeah, Entertainment Earth got him in stock, so he was one of the last few that I need to kind of complete that line. Wish they would have continued to make more from that line. I really wish we would have got some more Temple of Doom figures, but alas. Did not happen. Maybe someday. So then we got Titania from Marvel Legends. And this is a figure that, and the next one are two figures that I probably could have played the long game with, but I was trying to get over that threshold to get the free shipping from Entertainment Earth. Plus I used my own code AFM10 to get the 10% discount. So get to help myself out on that. So I saved some money on all of these pickups, and I got Titania. I planned on getting her anyway, so why not now? You look at the back, it looks like she's got little spikes on her clothes in the costume, and no spikes on the toy. Well, that's kind of a disappointment. But anyway, cool new figure to add to the Marvel Legends shelf. And then last from Entertainment Earth, but not least, Marvel's Beyonder. This guy couldn't get any more 70s if he tried. But cool. Definitely a good one to add to the collection from the whole Secret Wars lineup. And yeah, rounding out the shelf and the full collection of Marvel Legends figures. We're going to do a couple little onesie-twosies here. Recently, the Disney shop, the Disney store, whatever their website's called, has released their new Easter-themed astromech droid. And I'm a sucker for the astromechs. If you've seen I did the, what do we call it, the Advent calendar. Every year I've been doing those and getting all those different Halloween and Christmas-themed droids. And this time it's a pretty cool little cute bunny astromech. So this is R2BNE. R2BNE. So fun. Little one-off. And the day that I purchased, they were also running free shipping. So, you know, it's kind of a balance when buying from the Disney store if they're going to run free shipping or if the item's cool enough that it sells out first. And you got to kind of do that gamble sometimes. Thankfully, I did get it on the free shipping and they shipped it lightning fast. Next up, look at this side, I guess. So this is the, let me read it first so I can sound what I'm, so I can sound what I know what I'm talking about. There we go. Diablo 4 Deluxe 2-pack, Rend Barbarian, and Blood Necromancer. This was on sale for like only $10. And what I plan on doing with this is just stripping out weapons and parts and giving them to my Mythic Legions. Because these are basically statues, if you know. But they come with cool accessories that really fit right in with all my Mythic Legions. So very cool and cheap. Again, only $10. And then last of the little onesie-twosie pickups before I move on to other ones. From Walmart. Let me switch this around. Walmart had on their website, I think it was just selling through, you know, a seller, not of course from Walmart, but the electro charger for the Super 7 Thundercats line. They had it marked all the way down to $75. That's half off the cost. So something I definitely was playing the long game on. I didn't really need it. Mandora didn't need her cycle, but at half off, I thought that was super cool to pick up. And I was also talking with Joe Vassapolo. It sounds like he helped work on that or build that. I think, yeah, because Four Horsemen probably designed it. Joe Vassapolo of the Four Horsemen probably did some assembly and some work on and sculpting and painting and creating that. And he was telling me about the creative process and how little pieces and parts as they were getting this ready before it was tooled and fully came to market. He said little pieces and stuff like that would fall off, so it was kind of get annoying. And I was like, uh-oh, am I going to have quality control issues? And no, he assured me that was on the assembly, that was on the creation of the product, not the final product. So happy to have that at a great price. And let's go on to the next store. And we're back. So I really wish I had more time to go out hunting and looking at stores. And a lot of times, you know, anymore, when any of us go out hunting, we come back empty-handed. Well, this time I went to Target and I found some things that were great, cool, and new stuff that I'm getting interested in. We'll start with the video I posted yesterday on Friday, the Jazzware Star Wars Micro Galaxy collection. It's something I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go in on. And they had some really cool spaceships, starships. And these are all micros and minis, so they don't take up space like all my other starships and everything I have for the 4-inch line. So here we have Anakin's Naboo N1 Starfighter. And this was on sale, so I got a really good price on this. And since it said only at Target, I think there was only 1 or 2 left when I picked it up. I didn't want to leave it sitting there. To go along with that, another one only at Target, and this was actually on clearance, and it was half off, I believe. So I think it was like 17 and some change. So what do we have here? We have the Boonta Eve Classic Pod Racers. It looks like Sebulba, Gasgano, and Dud Bolt. So we got 3 of the Pod Racers for the Boonta Eve Classic. So pretty cool. The detail on these and the paint jobs they're really awesome. And to be able to, you know, kind of build out a Star Wars world in such a small scale, very cool. And, you know, I bought this just blindly without even really looking at it. Now that I'm really checking it out on camera here, it looks pretty darn sweet. You know, for the 4-inch line, of course, we had Sebulba's Pod Racer, we had Anakin's Pod Racer. I know what those look like, but, you know, Gasganos and Dud Bolts, I had no idea what those look like, and they look really cool. I have to figure out whose is whose. It probably says on the back here. Yep, it shows. So get to check those out sometime, open those up, see what it's all about, and keep kind of building out that Micro Squadron. And then the final Micro Squadron one I picked it up because it was the last one. It's the Phantom 2. The top can come off so you can put the figures inside it, and this one, it's just off in the packaging, kind of rattling around in there. So, yeah, I already have the Ghost 1, or the Ghost, I'm sorry. And then I have the Phantom 2. I think you can get the Phantom 1 in other packs I've seen online, so maybe I'll get that at some point. But I think these can connect and dock with the Ghost, so very cool to add. And since it was the last one on the shelf, I figured, I better pick it up and grab it right now. This one, though, done with the Star Wars Micro Galaxy, into another line that I collect that I've been waiting to find at retail. I've seen other places and some local comic book places kind of marking it up over several, you know, MSRP for whatever reason. But I found Krusty for the new Jax line. It's Jax, right? Yeah, Jax. So, absolutely need to have Krusty to go with all my other figures. Looks like Krusty comes with his microphone. And it looks like the microphone, judging by the back of the picture, can come out of the stand accessory that he comes with. So, hey, always cool to pick up Krusty the Clown. And that's it for Target. Let's go on to the next one. Now, this next one, I consider myself lucky because if you've been watching some of my other videos, I always feel like I'm last to get deliveries on pre-orders, and that's fine. I'm patient. I've got a horde of toys to open. I don't need to be first. But what was really cool about this one was I got the 4 Horsemen Studios Mythic Legions Necromancer Wave in stock. I got my all-in, as you saw in my previous haul video. And then I already got my second order in, my extras order. So that was really cool because a couple of the figures I didn't want to open up and do my videos of that you've seen my shorts the past 2 weeks. I think now I've been doing shorts of the Necromancer Wave. I'm sorry, Necronominous Wave. But there were a couple of figures I held back because I would have liked to have the opportunity, which I'll get to now, to have 2 figures kind of posed out at the same time. So first up, I ended up getting a second Maxilius the Harvester for, I don't remember why, but he's a cool ghost skeleton figure. I'm sure I'll be able to do plenty of other cool stuff with him. So I got a second of Maxilius Harvester for whatever reason. But one that I really wanted was a second of Elijah. Now, I haven't opened up Elijah yet, and the reasoning why is this figure looks fantastic. I always loved the standard Templars that came out when the line originally released. And this one somehow blows it out of the water. The 4 Horsemen have just killed it with these. He has the swappable faceplate, so you can swap faceplates, you know, with the skull or the skeleton or any of the other swappable faceplates. That sounds like they're going to be doing more and more of going forward when it, you know, works with the figure. And then that awesome knight helmet sculpt up there in the corner. I mean, that's my Sir Elijah doesn't have to be the same guy under that helmet. It could be a different cool cleric knight guy. So very excited to have a second Sir Elijah. I will definitely got to be opening him up this week to feature him on the channel. And then I got the Torpiculi. So this guy is the stuff nightmares are made of. You can pop and swap, you know, to your heart's content to create your own monstrosity. And I didn't just get one more. He got 2. So I got a total of 3 Torpiculi now. And the reason why I got extra Torpiculis is because whatever the name of the next wave coming out from Mythic Legions is, whatever it's called. It's coming out with a skeletal heads pack. So like a skeletal gorilla, vampire, all sorts of things where you can pop and swap and put them on the Torpiculi. The skin tones match. So it was cool to, you know, Jeremy hinted at when these went up for pre-order, he's like, you might want to, you know, pre-order a couple of these guys. And 2 years later, and, you know, a year later, or however long it was when the skull pack, now we see why, because of the skeletal head pack. So, and then last for Mythic Legions, and not least at all, is another one of these zombie undead builder packs. Super cool, super sweet to have another one of these. Lots of extra parts I'm going to have now that I'll have 2 of these, and I'll be able to take all those parts and swap out some of my, you know, standard Legion builders with other parts to give them some variety and better paint hits. So, yeah, I can build a little undead builder army. So that's it for Mythic Legions. Let's go on to the last stop. And for our final stop, Big Bad Toy Store. I released the other part of my pile of loot, stuff I was holding back on, deciding, do I want it, do I want it, do I not want it? And you know how it goes. We always want it. We always want the new toys. So let's see, where do we want to start? Let's start with this guy. Battlefield Dinosaur. It is Carnotaurus Leader, and there were 2 different color versions of him, if I recall correctly. I think one was orange and white, and one was red and white. I ended up going with the red color. I went back and forth for a while on which one I wanted to get, and when I Google searched what a Carnotaurus, my son's probably dying laughing at me right now trying to pronounce this stuff because he loves whatever that dinosaur video game is right now that he spent however many hours on playing. But yeah, he looks super cool. I have some of the other dinosaurs that I need to find because I never even opened up those. Some of the first release dinosaurs from this line by Axie Toys. But yeah, very cool, nifty figure. Let's go down the Super 7 trail now. Super 7 finally shipped my, do we want to call him Copper Kid? I mean, I know these aren't the metallic versions, and I don't really need the metallic versions. I'd rather them be more cartoon accurate, but are we going to call him Copper Kid, or are we going to call him Orange Kid? What do you think about the color finish on this guy? Is it a win? Is it a fail? I don't know. I'll have to wait until I open them up and check them out. Happy to have the team completed. Definitely love those, Thundercats and Silverhawks. I didn't ever get into Tiger Sharks. I think supposedly Super 7's going to still plan on doing those someday. It's been a while since they said they were, and it's been radio silent since. So I don't know if I'll get into that, though, because I absolutely don't believe I ever watched a single Tiger Sharks episode. So I don't know anything about the property. But I also shipped my Dark Bird figure. Now, I absolutely was not going to play the long game with Copper Kid because he was selling out everywhere, left and right. I didn't want to have another Wily Kit, Wily Cat situation. But Dark Bird, now he is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. And, you know, a one-off bad guy from one of the episodes. Basically, he's like a cloned evil Quicksilver. I could have played the long game with him, but I'm also kind of betting that Big Bad Toy Store, you know, they're clearancing out still so many of the other Super 7 figures that were overproduced. I'm going to guess they probably didn't go too heavy on this pre-order for this figure. So I would bet there's probably not a lot of extras of these. So if you're thinking about picking up a Dark Bird, I probably would just bite the bullet and do it now rather than wait and possibly regret it later. And next up, final Super 7, it looks like. Quick Pick. So he was the last in this wave of Thundercats figures that I needed. I got the rest of them from Entertainment Earth. I wasn't able to snag him on Entertainment Earth using my code AFM10 to save myself 10% off. But I had him saved in my pile of loot at Big Bad Toy Store. Sometimes I'll do, you know, the pre-order on both sites game and see who gets it first and get that discount when I can get that discount. Save that money. Let's go to Fresh Monkey Fiction now. So these Fresh Monkey Fiction is developing a lot of figures with Big Bad Toy Store as exclusive lines, I should say, to Big Bad Toy Store. So this year, I'm looking at all of them on the back here. So this is Father Christmas. And looking on the back here, I think the only other one, I haven't purchased any of the other ones from this year. I might get that Wizard Santa at some point. Not certain. I think you can maybe see a couple of them over there off on the side. I do like these figures. They're cool. They're fun. And I did pick up one reindeer. So which reindeer did I get? I got Donner. And I've seen people post these with their Mythic Legions figures. I could post it with my Santa figures, or I could could display with my Mythic Legions figures. So we'll see what I end up doing. Open this one up, check it out, see if I want more. I typically don't purchase a lot of the mounts just because they take up a lot of space. I'd rather see the cool action figures. And then on the back of the card art, it shows the rest of the horses and reindeers and goats and different items that were developed for the line for Big Bad Toy Store. Rotten Hoof, Gorgon, the Goat Demon. And then there's also the head pack. So let's see here. They made four of the traditional reindeer, and then the head pack, let me show you. The head pack has 5 of the other 5 reindeer's head, and I'm guessing you can probably swap out like Rudolph's head on Rotten Hoof or something like that. But there's a specific call out, I believe, on that heads pack of which head goes to which body. So if you wanted to collect them all, you can collect them all. And I think they also hit the stretch goals to have the sleigh produced for this upcoming season for the Santa figures. So cool. I don't know if I'll get that. Again, that'll take up a lot of space. All right, we're getting down to the final 4. So I ended up picking up some more of the Monster Force figures, and this one is Dracula. So I ended up deciding to stay on with this line, and there we go. We're not getting the mount in the reflection over here. So I picked up Dracula. I was lucky enough when these were in stock. I got some of them were in the scratch and dent bin, so little damaged packaging, but I open, so whatevs. This one saw a little bit more damage to it. Who is this guy? This is Delta Red. And some really cool swappable head options with Delta Red. Of course, enabling customers and collectors to buy. Getting reflections galore in there. More and more of these to troop build and army build. And then last for Monster Force, another scratch and dent package to save a couple extra bucks. I got, it says it's another Delta Red. Okay, so this one is a Nocturnal Operations Trooper. The previous one says Urban Operations Trooper. All right, so let's check out this Nocturnal Operations Trooper. They're very similar, different paint apps, some different gear. So really cool. You can build them out. I'm not going to army build these by any means, but one of each, I'm down for that. And then last but not least, I was flopping the box around, taking all these toys out earlier, and I pulled on this one a little aggressively, and the card separated from the clamshell, which again, I opened, so it doesn't matter. So this was, go ahead and look at it this way, the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Valaverse Senshi figure. And I opted to go, I didn't buy the regular release version because I just thought this one looked far cooler. He didn't need to have the camo green. So Senshi dark, dark gear, Night Force style, Senshi awesome figure and cool paint apps on the face as well. So that is all. That's it. Just a few figures this week. Thanks for checking out. We are growing. Man, this channel is growing. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're up to, I think it's 515 subscribers right now. The hours are growing and churning. I appreciate you guys spreading the word and watching, liking, comment. I've been getting a lot of comments too lately, so thank you all for that. That's really cool to see more engagement with the line. If there's anything that you would like to see, let me know. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Until then, this has been your Action Figure Minute, and have a great rest of the weekend. Peace.